This is BC Radio 1 News coming to you from the Republic of Ireland. My name is Evangelist B, bringing you the gospel of the restoration of Biafra. My people, I greet you this afternoon in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Yes, BC Radio 1 News stands for Biafran Christian Radio number 1. And my name is Evangelist B once again. In case, brothers and sisters, you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel called BC Radio 1 News, I plead with you in the name of the Lord Yahweh Jesus Christ that you subscribe. By subscribing, I mean whenever I have new update, you will be the first person to get the information. Also, try to activate that thing called the notification bell. Looks like hearts and hash in color. Click it. When you click it, it will highlight itself to blue. Then you click it the second time on top of the bell. You click not on the word. Click on the top of the bell. It will be activated, and whenever I have new update, the bell will ring, bang, and you will be the first to get the information. Today I came across an interesting article written by Femi, Fani, Kayode. You know Femi, Fani, Kayode, the guy that met our leader Mazen and Kanu. They were together incarcerated in Kuje prison, and they met themselves there, and they became friends since then till now. This very article written by Femi Fani Kayode, titled "The Terrorists of IPOB" by Femi Fani Kayode, the terrorists of IPOB. It is an interesting article that I want to share with you. It's a very lengthy article, but by the special grace of God, I will try my best to read it, and I want you to make sense of it. I watched my brother Mazen and Kano, according to Kenneth Fayode, interviewed with my brother Chief Dele Momodu on Thursday evening, and I was inspired and encouraged. Nnamdi Kanu spoke with such eloquence, passion, courage, and strength. He is brilliant, irrepressible. He cannot be underestimated or ignored. Every Africa should listen to that interview. He cleared a lot of misconception about himself and made his position clear on so many issues, he said. Most importantly of all is the fact that he had the decency and humanity to tender his regrets and apologies where he may have got things wrong. That is the mark of a great leader. I have loved and trusted him dearly ever since the first day we met and spoke for 3 hours when we were both incarcerated at Kuje prison in 2016. From the first minutes, we got on like a house on fire, and we have been close ever since. There is nothing that binds men together more than being locked up together in prison or being on the battlefield together and fighting side by side and shoulder to shoulder against a common enemy, Femi Fani Kayode said. The truth is that Nnamdi Kanu is not just a friend, but a brother. We do not agree on everything, but we agree on many things. And the fact that we can tell each other the blunt and bitter truth whenever we feel either of us has gone wrong is the source and the strength of our relationship. Most importantly, again, we stand as a moderating influence on one another, both in our public and private affairs. And trust me when I tell you that this man is a stabilizing force, a good family man, and a peacemaker, believe me. Yet whatever anyone chooses to say or feel about him, the truth is that he won millions of new friends and supporters after that interview from all over the country. Praise be to the Most High God. Amen. I thank Dele for giving this great man the opportunity to express himself to the Nigerian people on a mainstream platform such as his, which has a massive reach, Femi Fani Kayode said. After listening to the discussion, I was prompted to meditate and ponder on how Ipob is wrongly perceived by many Nigerians, and to write the following: fastening your seat belt and enjoy this ride. Yes, he said, fasten your seatbelt now and let's dip into this article discussion properly, because it has more information to offer us. You call members of indigenous people of Biafra Ipob terrorists, yet you refuse to bring to justice those that have slaughtered or illegally detained and incarcerated 30,000 of their members in the last 5 years. 30,000 of their members. Igbo elders, you hear it very well. Igbo brothers and sisters, when I speak against the weakness of Igbo, you don't like it. Over 30,000 Ipob members have been incarcerated in prison for the past 5 years. This number was given to me by Barrister Fani Ejiofor, Ipob lawyer, whose home and community in Orifute, Anambra State, was also attacked, burned down, and plundered, whilst many of his people were slaughtered in a joint operation by the Nigerian military and police in a matter of hours. I was there to spend the day with him and mourn the loss of his brother on a Sunday, and the tanks rode on Monday morning, just a few hours after I left. When Ifani called me early in the morning to say that they were under attack, that his house and his late brother's house had been burned to the ground, that his elderly mother had been beaten to a pub that the church also building that I had given a speech in the day before had been pulled down and destroyed, and that many of his people had been killed for no just cause. Tears rolled down my cheeks, Fani Kayode said. Had he not fled for his life and gone into hiding, Fani himself would have been killed on that day. Any group of people that have been subjected to that kind of bad barbarism from the Nigerian state would have resorted to an open armed struggle. But now, both Nnamdi Kanu, Ipob have refused to do so. Their struggles, quest for Biafra independence has remained relatively peaceful despite the provocation from the Nigerian state and the massive persecution they have been subjected to since 5 years now. Now tell me, between Ipob and the Nigerian state, who are the real terrorists? Fani Kayode is asking. Who has done the killing? He asked. Who has terrorized? Who has spilled the blood of the innocent? Who has operated unlawfully and committed genocide and crimes against humanity? Who has sponsored and protected the Fulani herdsmen and refused to curb and condemn their barbaric activities or declare them as a terrorist organization? He asked. Who has been soft on Ishwa and Boko Haram and released and reintegrate thousands of their members into our armed forces even after they slaughtered hundreds of thousands of defenseless Nigerians, including women and children? That's the question. Who has unleashed the terror and security forces on their own people and killed thousands of their own citizens? Who has crushed and destroyed the lives and families of the innocent? He's still asking this question. Who? Is it IPOB that are killing his own people? The security, Nigerian security, have been killing their own citizens by themselves. Who has burned down churches, slaughtered priests at altar? Who had sacked, pillaged, leveled, captured, and renamed towns and whole communities? Is the Fulani, and they never called them terrorists. Who has seized the land of farmers and raped their wives and children, butchered Christians and Shia Muslims, and slaughtered thousands of Zamfara, Sokoto, Katsina, and the core north? Who are they? The Nigerian army, Nigerian forces. Who has hacked to pieces thousands in southern Kaduna, Taraba, Plateau, Adamawa, Benue, and murdered protesting children in Muslim and at the Lekki toll gate? The Nigerian forces. Was it IPOB or members, associates, and friends of the of the Buhari regime or those they encourage and they protect. It is Buhari, his associate, and the Fulani Janjaweed that they are protecting. I am not a man of violence, Femi Fani Kayode said. I do not support the use of arms where anyone or group of person, including Ipob, involve themselves in violence. I am the first to condemn it. That is his own opinion. Despite those that shed innocent blood and those that unleash mayhem, havoc, and tyranny on innocent people, yet the bitter truth is that those that have done more of this than anyone else in the country over the last 5 years are the federal government, he said. Federal government are the one unleashing mayhem, killing, causing havoc. And their friends and the associates, which are Fulanis and Mieti allies and allies. And he said, it is not IPOB. Ipob, OPC, YOL, LICOM, MASOP, YWC, Yoruba Summit Group, MENDE, NDVF, IYC, the Lower Niger Congress, or any of the other regional or self-determined group. Are they the one causing havoc? That is his question. No. I am not a coward, neither am I chicken-hearted. Truth is my sword, and the Lord is my shield, and I fear nothing and nobody other than God. It is for this reason that I refuse to be coward or bro-hearted into joining the gullible, ignorant herd of early livered cheer-hardness who take pleasure in attacking and demonizing the victims of the state like Ipob. Instead of condemning the unbelievable cruelties and the crushing wickedness that has been unleashed upon them by agents of the state. And the only reason they do this is because Ipob has not been given adequate fair hearing in the nation media or the public space to explain and defend themselves or tell their own side of the story to the Nigerians. So he's trying to say that Ipob have been denied in all ground, in all corners, shut up, condemn, ridicule, perpetrated mayhem, incarcerated. Nobody want to hear them, but the North, the presidency, is protecting the Janjaweed, the Fulani headsmen, and the Mieti Allah, Boko Haram, that are causing havoc. They have not done anything much. And because of this, many people think that Ipob is in a wrong direction. They are suppressed by the media. They have not been given audience to express their feelings, their concern to the general public of Nigeria. This is what he said. And the only reason they do this because, no, I've read that place, sorry. The bitter truth is that more than any other group in this country over the last 5 years, Ipob have been misrepresented, vilified, attacked, demonized, and subjected to the greatest and most horrendous form of misrepresentation and negative propaganda. If anyone is attacked in the South or any police station burnt down, according to our media, it must be Ipob. Did you see it? According to our media, and I mean Nigerian state media, anything goes wrong, they blame Ipob. Terrorists kill people, they say Ipob. Terrorists murder rape person, they say Ipob. Police station burned down, they say Ipob. Military man is killed, they say Ipob. Policeman is killed, they say Ipob. Everything, intimidation upon intimidation upon. So what he's trying to say here, he is congratulating Dele Momodu for interviewing our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and he said that interview have gained Mazen Nnamdi Kanu more popularity because many Nigerians now watch Dele Momodu program, and is the type of media outlet that's supposed to have been giving voice to the marginalized, but hatred all round. Let's continue. Thousands of their members are in cells all over the country as we speak, and yet no one speaks for them. No one cares for them. Not even Igbo leaders, not even monarchs, not even pastors, not even Igbo politicians. And no one empathizes with them. This is unacceptable. This is inhuman. This is unfair. This is unjust. This is evil. By Femi, Fani, Kayode. Truth is bitter, we must speak it anyway. Was still to compare Ipob to Boko Haram, Ishwa, or the Fulani herdsmen is like comparing Little Red Riding Hood to the hungry and the ravenous wolf, or like comparing Mother Teresa to Jack the Ripper. It simply does not make sense. Did you understand? He said, if you are comparing Ipob activities with the Fulani herdsmen or Boko Haram, which is a devilish and satanic organization, it's like when you are comparing Little Red Riding Hood to the hungry and ravenous wolf, or like you want to compare Mother Teresa, which you know is a charitable heart woman that have been going about doing good, to Jack the Ripper, the man who raped even 90-something-year-old women. It's Femi, Fani, Kayode said this is what you are doing when you are comparing Ipob with Fulani and Boko Haram. Some have alleged that Ipob youths committed acts of violence throughout the East and part of Rivers State during the NSAS protests. Unconfirmed reports suggest that some of them even killed policemen. Unconfirmed reports. That is a bogus report. It is not confirmed. And other innocent Nigerians. I find this report troubling, but I do, however, question them. Allegation upon allegation, satanic one. The Nnamdi Kanu that I know can be impulsive and say some very harsh things at times, but he is not a killer or a violent man. He is formidable, intellectual, and a visionary leader, and not a merciless, bigots, violent, murderous, and bloodthirsty barbarian. He said, God forbid such a thing, but if he was a man that pleasure in the spilling of blood, he would have put 1 million AK-47 in the hands of his followers by now, and all hell would have been broken loose. Violence is not in his blood, and neither it is in his interest. On several occasions, he has told me privately and has said publicly that Ipob struggle is and must always be a peaceful one, and he is wise enough to know that anything outside of that will be counterproductive and would lose him a lot of support and sympathy, Femi Fani Kayode said. If indeed Ipob youths, as opposed to those holy hoodlums that are claiming to be Ipob or rogues elements within the organization, have killed anyone anywhere, then I wholeheartedly condemn it, and such barbaric behavior must stop forthwith. So you understand it. I don't need to explain it to you, but he is not supporting if there is any hoodlums or any bad people with a bad intention are in the midst of IPOB creating such havoc or destroying things or properties or Western life. He said, if such thing be, he didn't say it be, he said, if such thing happen, I would not support it. Two wrong can never make a right. The fact that the Nigerian state indulges in mass murder does not mean that their victim must also soil their hands with innocent blood. Right? It's discouraging any form of killing innocent people or going after killing people unnecessarily. And if anyone doubts that the Nigerian state is indeed a brutal and bloodlusting killing machine which seeks to crush dissent and silence those that do not key into its inherent barbarian, then I challenge them to find out how many young innocent Igbos are being targeted and killed by security forces in Obibo, Rivers State, today in the name of fighting Ipob. Did you hear it from Femi Fani Kayode? The people that are killed and killed in Obibo is Igbo people. In the name of, say, they are targeting the Ipob. But we have our own brother, Raf Wazrike, who said whether Ipob, whether Igbo youth, they should be killed. You see how sensible the man is. According to Amnesty International in Obibo, listen carefully. Innocent people are being kept in inhumane condition in a 24-hour coffee for the last 10 days without access to Medicare, food, water, and power. There are reports of extrajudicial killings with the dead bodies all over the street. This is according to Amnesty International. But Ralph Wazirike said they are supposed to be killed. They are supposed to be murdered. But he said now he's building a university where his people will go to school, where his Mossad members will be educated. Remember that Mustafa visited Wazirike few months ago. They gave him money to build this university, and I'm telling you the intention is to bring Almajiris. The school he building and the university is to bring the Northerners to mingle with us, to learn our language, to seize our land, to engage in raping our women. Tomorrow, Igbo land will not belong anymore to Igbo people. It will belong to the North. This is the work of Wazirike. According to Amnesty International, there are dead bodies all over the Obibo street. And this is not IPOB. Let's continue. The group torture, psychological trauma, and mass murder of Igbo people for whatever reason and under whatever guise in Obibo is unacceptable. I condemn it in the strongest term. But Ralph Wazirike say, I support it in the strongest term. They are supposed to be killed. Somebody asked me in a comment, the video that I made, the university Wazirike is building, is he building it for those that he said they supposed to be killed and those that he's killing with his janjaweed? Who will be in the school? Who will go to the university? Let's continue. Where is our humanity? That is the question Femi, Fani, Kayode is asking the Igbo leaders, the church leaders, pastors, prophets, reverend fathers, the elders of Igbo, the monarchs of Igbo. Where is our humanity? Must the Igbo always be slaughtered like this, like flies in Nigeria? Do they not have red blood too, as we other people do? Does any race or human being deserve this type of targeting and treatment? The man is making it very plain and clear here. Whether you people like it or not, the people they are targeting is Igbo youth. Remember the revelation of the Hausa man from the north. They will be killing your youth until they reduce them and make sure that they remain the old people. Then they will attack you people in 2022. I just want to remind Igbo and those elders that are keeping quiet for their youth to be killed. When time come, you will go to the war front. When the time come, when the time of need to protect the state come, or their city, your culture, your people, when the youths are gone, be ready to carry gun, be ready to go to war front, because this is the work of the youth that you are taking away from them, and you're gonna face it. He said, Femi Fani Kayode said, I condemn the killings of security agents by anyone in that community, but does not that mean that every Igbo there must be treated like a prisoner of war or massacre? He condemned it if there is any killing at all, but that does not mean or warrant that the Igbo people, Igbo youth will be treated as a prisoner of war, he said. We don't have anybody speaking. Oh, Ohaneze Ndigbo is not speaking. WIC, World Igbo Congress, they are muted. They are not speaking. Ohaneze Ndigbo not speaking. Well, Mosop came out and said that he support the killing. The monarchs are not speaking. Only Femi, Fani, Kayode is speaking on behalf of Ndigbo. Only Yoruba people are condemning the atrocities that is happening in Igbo. And Ralph Wazirike said that we did not want invite anybody to come and tell us and speak for us and be a mouthpiece for Ndigbo. Well, shame will be unto you when you will be ridiculing your people. Somebody from the outside the state, outside your culture, will be the one defending your people. What moral or what moral right do we have as Southerners to complain when Northerners kill our people? When we in the South are so ready to kill one another in such a barbaric and cruel way. Today, I wept for the South. I wept for Nigeria. He's asking question, do we have right to kill in the North? Do we have right to do what, exercise the power they are doing? We don't have. But they have right to kill us in the North. Come to the East, they kill. Go to the West, they kill. Children and youths were massacred by soldiers at Lekki toll gate in Lagos just 2 weeks ago. And today, children and youths of Igbo extraction are being targeted, hunted down like animals, and massacred by soldiers in Obibo in Rivers State. This inexplicable madness and unconscionable blood tests must stop. He said, if the truth be told, the real terrorists in this country are in Asarok. If the truth is to be told, he said, the real terrorists in this country are in Asarok and not on the street of Igbo land or in the ranks of Ipob. Calling for a referendum and seeking to peaceful exercise your right of self-determination after being subjected to and confronted with the 60 years of subjugation, murder, ethnic cleansing, tyrannical, and genocide does not make you a terrorist. It makes you a courageous man of conscience and a freedom fighter. By God's grace, they will not suppress us. They will not stop us by the power in the name of Jesus. It will not be. I am not from the old eastern region of Nigeria, and therefore I am not a member of Ipob. I hail from the old western region where we have our own struggle and where we also seek to chart our own course and determine our own future. He is now making it clear. Femi Fani Kayode is not from Igbo land, but he said, I am speaking the truth. In our west region, we have the same problem. We have the same fight. We are seeking to discuss about it. We are seeking to be free. We are seeking to come out of this problem that our brothers and friends in the East are facing. That struggle is for either restructuring of the country or failing that, the peaceful establishment of our own nation, which we shall call Oduduwa Republic. This is a noble quest because Nigeria has failed us, just as it has failed everyone else. And if things do not change quickly, it is a quest that will be achieved sooner than later. Yet the struggle for freedom is not for the barbarians. No, it's not for the Biafrans, sorry. And the sum of Oduduwa alone, it is also for the ordinary people of the core north who have been through hell and who have been subjected to unprecedented level of carnage and savagery. Again, it is also for the people of the Middle Belt and the so-called minorities of the North who have suffered for so long and who have been denied, deprived, suppressed more than any other people in Nigeria. They too shall be free from the yoke of bondage and cruelties of the imperial Nigeria. So what is trying to say, you understand, I'm not explaining much, but I know you understand the English language. This struggle is not only for people, only for Biafrans, but for Oduwa people from the minorities of the North, Middle Belt, and all the people who need freedom. Permit me to conclude this contribution with the following. No matter how many Ipob members you torture, jail, and kill, and no matter how many of them you misrepresent and demonize, they cannot be stopped, because an idea whose time has come cannot be successfully resisted. Like the great Libyan warrior Omar al-Mota, who was known as the Lion of the Desert, their battle cry is, "We win or we die." Like the gallant and courageous Patrick Henry, who led the American people in their struggle for independence from Great Britain, their song is, "Give me freedom or give me death." This is their story, that is their song, and it is ours too. Freedom calls and liberty beckons. 1,000,000 tanks cannot stop them, and all the misrepresentation, disinformation, misinformation, and lies in the whole world cannot stop or deter them from achieving their aim. Femi, Fani, Kayode ended his contribution as regard to the quest, the struggle for Biafra, and what transpired and what happened at Obibo. My people, this is the end of this little article. I don't know your opinion. You can leave your opinion, your comment, your contribution in the comment side, and I will respond in due course. I want you to understand in my own little understanding, and as a Christian radio station, I totally agree with Fani Kayode. No matter how many soldiers that have been killed, they said they killed, or policemen, that does not warrant going to massacre people, going to lock people down for 10 days, no water, no nothing, want to starve them, going house by house, soldiers bringing people, killing them. This is not acceptable. As a Christian, I discourage it. I do not support it. It is barbaric. It is demonic. It is an unprecedented situation that we cannot accept. Therefore, I condemn it in totality. And our brother called himself Ralph Wazirike. I don't think Ralph Wazirike is sensible enough, because if he is sensible human being, he will not be talking about building university and supporting the killing of his brothers. If Wazirike is sensible, who claimed to be a lawyer, the first thing he will do when he sees the excess handling, the barbaric killing all over people, according to Amnesty International, dead bodies scattered all over the street of Obibo because they said one policeman was killed. If Wazirike is a man who has sense of humor, who is sympathetic, who loves his people, whether they are IPOB, whether they are not IPOB, these are the Igbo youths. Wazirike first of all will condemn the killing, excessive of killing. This man said here he does not support IPOB to kill policemen. And he said he condemned it if there is anyone, but the unconfirmed report he got was there was a killing of policemen and 6 military men. This is unconfirmed. That means the report was not. Where is the name of the police people? Where is the dead body of the 6 military guys killed? Did Amnesty International confirm that there is any killing of policemen or any killing of military man? The answer is no. Amnesty International is in Port Harcourt, it's in Rivers State. They have given their report. And Nigerian government are telling them, we are giving you 7 days to leave our country, or we will burn down your house. This is Nigerian government spokesperson saying they will burn down. For you to see that this is not a legitimate country, it's not a country that normal human being should live with. Can you tell me in the history of mankind, in the history of any country, that a government representative will go and speak in public place and say that if Amnesty International does not leave the country for 7 days, they said that the looting that they saw in all over Nigeria and the hooliganism and the vandalizing, that they are going to do it in the Amnesty International office. Can you see the type of people? If you are a person who is defending Nigeria, the question I ask for you before I conclude, do you love the killing of people in Obibo? The number of people, look at how they stack them like woods on the street everywhere, littered with a dead body. Do you support it? Do you agree with Wazirike? He talked about his killing in Zakibion, that he loved it. The OD people, Wazirike make representation of it and say that as an example that they support it. And this is where we come to the end of this very broadcast. I say remain blessed. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please, this is BC's Radio 1 News. Subscribe. By subscription, you will be getting more updates from us. I say remain blessed, and may the Almighty God keep you, uphold you, bless you in the name of Yahweh Yeshua HaMashiach. Please don't forget to share to Facebook Messenger. Don't forget to share to Instagram. Don't forget to share to every shareable media. By sharing, you are helping us to spread this news, that people will be able to see the opinion and the courageous speech of our friend, our brother, Femi Fani Kayode. And I'm praying that the alliance that the Yoruba through Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have formed with the Igbo people will remain strong. I believe strongly that Igbo people can even live as a nation, if they so agree, more peaceful than the North, because we have the same similar ideology. Yoruba aspires for education, they aspire for knowledge, and the same with the Igbos. Such a like-minded people could possibly harmoniously live together because they are educated people. They can resolve issues with their intelligence, but not the one that said they don't buy the idea of the Western knowledge and Western civilization. They don't want it. This is my opinion anyway. God bless you and see you in the next episode. This is your brother, your friend, Evangelist B. Thank you for joining us and see you.